some backup. We see 3 players from Villains rotating over to B side, 1 falling back. They still want to protect C in the process, and now they're at risk of the triple cap as Arctic breaks through with a double kill.
Wow, and at the, let's call it the halfway mark, deadlocked here at 160-160, it's Villains who take a triple cap. And this is huge for Jazero. He needs to stay alive here, not to regain control of A, but to regain control of that sniper rifle as we see that go into the back pocket. Now the main hands of Jazero as he looks to put in the work, pre-firing, pre-centering, spots a player at Nest, and he has 2, and he has help at pillars here, so potential for Fnatic, but no! It's answered perfectly by Villains as they take down 3, spotting the 4th Steptify. He's sure to go down as well, and it's a team wipe for the Villains on the overshield, so his teams could secure it. It's another one of those plays that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. And if anything, it shows up negatively in the stat sheet as Rami putting players down with a triple kill, remote detonation starting that one off. There is plenty of protection and defense there for the Villains on C as they're going to take down the player in cuts as well into potential triple cap. This could win the game right here.
They're 3 seconds down, now 2, now 1. It's a tie scoreline. This overshield is absolutely going to be a difference maker at the end of this game.
This could be the push and the regain of C that wins Villains the game, but they have to execute here perfectly. Have to do everything you can if you're Kid Nasty to not get that overshield damage baby down, as he's doing, I'd say, a moderately good job of that. And Magic, you mentioned the desperation. Bad teams, not necessarily bad teams, but lower seeded teams will sometimes desperate. Right here is the play where you have to make a decision and stick with it, as it looks like Arctic at A trying to protect that at all costs. C going in favor in Fnatic, and that will not do it. Oh, okay, it will do it.
Will do it. Now Rami is getting focused, fired, taken down. You really seen Fnatic trying to utilize these spike grenade spawns or these balconies, and there's Jazero who just grappled away the overshield. You see that Kid Nasty gets there just a second too late to contest that power-up pickup.
Yeah, speaking of strategies developing, like you mentioned earlier, Magic, the grapple combination, grabbing that overshield, such a risky spot down bottom mid.
Rami now with the sword in hand, making a quick rotation, coming around on the flank play, might catch some players off guard. You see Demon there on the main ramp. If Rami can close out the distance instead, no, Demon delivers.
And you say this all the time, Magic, it's not enough to get a kill, or even like a triple kill looks good in the montage, but it doesn't result in a win, right? You have to make it, you have to take advantage of it and maybe pull an objective, as we see Fnatic get the easy 2-0 sweep on Villains, despite the game 1 that looked very mixy.
It's Fnatic who we saw take that win over Villains, and now up against Proton Gaming, who Mikowski predicted to take this next series 2-0. So now that prediction is being put to the test. Are you gonna stick with it, Mikowski?
I am sticking with it.
C-side kind of just causing a nuisance and really narrowing down Proton Gaming's approach to the hill, forcing them up to the B side through the arcade, and Rob takes that opportunity. So right now, Proton Gaming, they did win over control of the map. They haven't gotten that hill just yet. They're a few seconds away. The push coming in. Look at the scoreboard lighting up blue, and Proton take it. To have the numbers to break this hold. They don't have the numbers right now. Rob is taken down in the end. Now Haynes in the flanking position, getting some shots behind, but Proton Gaming, they're holding on to this hill, and Haynes on that killing spree, 6-2 and 7 assists as well.
And this one's turning into something that might get out of hand here if you're Fnatic, right? And when you look at Arctic as a new 4th, this is bigger than just moving on to round 5, right? Winners round 5. This is about keeping the team together at this point, because if you lose here against Proton, the lower seeded team, I'm just gonna have to another prediction. I would predict that Arctic isn't on this squad next week.
Ooh.
So
we did see a little bit of time on the hill now, 1 over from Fnatic. They only need 1 more hold really to take over this, and Rami is gonna try to set that up. The triple kill, the Stalker rifle is getting the work done at mid-range, at close range, at long range.
That you have to win if you're either team. The emphasis is on both squads here because of the disparity in the results afterwards with whatever happens next, as Haynes pops up the rockets, gets 2 with those rockets, pushes into Cafe. It's looking like a potential team wipe here for Proton if they can take down the player on Peachtree, but no. Rob the Turtle losing that piv here, but it's not going to lose control of the hill.
Sometimes it's just enough damage. Fnatic now backs a little bit against the wall. This hill being so crucial. We're below that 2-minute mark. There's a player from Proton hiding in tires. Yes, the Observer saw the same thing I behind it.
There's the break.
They're crouching it in the corner there. 3 go down for Fnatic, 1 left alive. This is dangerous. Proton Gaming can hold this hill. It might flip over and give them the game.
And they're doing a little bit of the same. Again, numbers advantage, not in their favor. It's 2-2. Now they get a little bit of numbers advantage, but Fantasy goes down and cuts. This one's back and forth. And they're not going to just, they're going to take what the game gives them. They're not going to just throw themselves into this bottom mid hill, especially with how dangerous it is. So expect to see Proton play for a team wipe here. Expect to see them take down Arctic and push in, try to clear out this hill. And I'm very curious, are they going to get out of the hill or are they going to get back in it here after this triple kill from Haynes? And they're going to elect to play Slayer. There we see it, the micro, the meta, the strategy all being at play here. And this is a little bit of a gamble here because Proton's only up 1. Fnatic halfway to that next cap, but the clock is dwindling. So Proton gonna IGL, I assume it's Posey, calling for the team to play Team Slayer here as we're seeing just that, the killing spree going down for Haynes. And so too does the potential for Fnatic to win this game.
Haynes is doing it all with the kills on the board, the assists, and Posey with 24 and 18. Only 8 seconds left for Fnatic to get on the hill, and then from there they need to hold it without letting go. Fantasy has the Bulldog in hand, rotating around behind Septify, cleans up 1 kill, looking for the second, juking back and forth. That's enough. They're gonna bail out of the hill. The clock ticks down. That's game number 1 for Proton Gaming.
Yeah, and Haynes, maybe another player on a revenge tour as we approach Orlando and Worlds. Players seemingly kind of like discarded from that Oxygen roster. Spot Septify, potentially no, but that shock rifle's back up. And what a start as Arctic goes down. The BR looking to clean it up, but you need to stay alive here if you're Haynes. And I love that. I love that. I love not pushing through to glass, instead electing to play back into gold and retain control of that shock rifle.
Ooh, and he shuts down the player in the low ground, picking up the double kill. Fantasy with a great takedown. Now the sword was there, but Fantasy has the sight set.
As we see Fnatic go 3 down, 2 down now for each team. This one is back and forth, and the score reflects it, 27-27.
All tied, and Posey trying to take the advantage. I mean, you're even looking at the kills across the board. 6 to 9 is the kill range from all 8 players.
Here's the
sword. Rob the Turtle has it, surviving with 1 HP and a dream game, because that's at least the 3rd that we've seen on screen. I'm sure there's more. He's happy to take those melee fights. Fisticuffs for Rob the Turtle.
Excuse me there. And it's the sorry, I just get so excited because it's the domino effect, everything, a cause and effect. The 3 down, it wasn't even about the 3+ you get on the point scoreboard. It's this camo you grab. It's the shock rifle paired with it, as we see Posey put it to good use with the perfect headshot. Knows that there are more players in long haul, and with this camo, you can kind of play 1v3 here as long as you play your positioning perfectly.
And he has to hit those shots as well, because you're going to get outnumbered. And there it is, the perfect from Posey. It's a nice tongue twister, but he gets the play. He gets the melee. It's enough for an assist on the second. And now things are starting to fall into place. Rob, he cleans up a double kill. He's competing for the high ground and almost connects. You see the weapon swap.
As Proton Gaming is just 2 kills away from a 2-0 upset on Fnatic.
You know Proton Gaming is ready to collapse. They find a target onto Arctic. Meanwhile, Haynes gets a takedown, but it's only 1 point away. Haynes gets that kill, has to double back, looking for another, but Rob the Turtle comes out with the final kill in what was a neck-and-neck game, gives us that 50-43 for Proton Gaming.
So far, the experiment not quite working the way that they wanted, made it an early exit out of the winner's bracket, and now find themselves fighting for tournament life against ESA Blue.
It looks like ESA Blue is on the push at the moment. That camo coming up in 13 seconds, so a vital push here for ESA Blue. If they can get 1 or 2 picks, this camo could potentially be theirs as well, but unfortunately, they go 2 down. Fnatic's defense looks really solid.
Really, it feels as if, you know, Fnatic has dominated the slay count, but ESA Blue have just been consistently finding ways to keep the ball out of Fnatic's hands, and that might change right here as Septify finds a critical killing spree for him.
I love that rotation towards A, and I agree, they definitely do need to change the approach up, and it looks like they're trying to split the resources here, but it's not working out for them. Rambi gets picked off, Jazero, Arctic as well. That's 3 down for Fnatic right off the bat. Splitting resources not always the answer.
Septify has to push all the way back. Hallelujah's still alive. They're trying to give him a rotate. That ball not going to be able to get around the corner. He throws it to the opponent. Ty gets around the corner, and it's 5 seconds to go, and they're not able to get the job done. And as Cave's the last player alive, and Arctic is quickly trying to hunt it down, and he's going to be able to get himself the shock rifle. Did he not see the shock rifle? He pulls up the ball. It's just simple mistakes from Fnatic that just keep coming to bite them. Not able to really have a secured setup when they try to go for this. Rammy now trying to get the ball away, and it's going to be Cave who's already there ready to fight, but Septify, the one shining light so far for Fnatic, shuts that down short, and now ball time going in the hands of Fnatic, and the lead finally exchanging hands. Arctic not going to be able to stay alive. Septify's on the flank right now. Can Pac Mandela get the rotation away? He stays alive with ball. You have to be wary of Septify. He's coming in from behind. He's able to find a couple kills. That ball's still out in the open. Only 15 seconds left for ESA Blue. And now it's only Cave who can keep this round alive for his team.
Ball taken.
You see only 3 alive for each squad right now, and the Zero trying to play his life. This is what you kind of have to do. You got to. I think the communication might be the problem here. Septify is definitely not the problem. 5-0 already to start this game, and he's gonna make it 6. And Glass Cave with a beautiful repulse gonna take him out. That's 2 dead for Fnatic. A potential push on this aggression from ESA. 52-0, and they're staying alive much better as well.
Yeah, this is a completely different Fnatic roster. I mean, all the mistakes that we were seeing in round 1 seem to be escaping them now. And Septify is going to be your first line of defense. Pac Mandela trying his best to get the damage. Oh, I love this from Septify. He could back down, try to get back towards his team. Instead, he decides to be the tip of the spear, as it looks to be a perfect game from Fnatic.
And you talked about it right in your last couple of lines there. The line of defense. Also, the tip of the spear. Septify doing it all. 12-4 in that last round.
Just 0. You got away with this camo, and that great start from ESA Blue. It's essentially nullified as suddenly just 0 finds himself in a great opportunity to get some easy picks, and the first goes down. And that was the worst case scenario for ESA Blue right there. They go 4 down, and this is where Fnatic is going to start to find their advantages. You can see all of ESA Blue corralled towards Car, and the BRs start to heat up for Fnatic. Arctic able to get the thrust, and now you're going to start to see a 2-2 split on spawns for ESA Blue. The rest of Fnatic is waiting, and Jazero with the well-placed grenade will find 1, and Cave will be the 2nd. Mandela falls for the 3rd. Now Luya is the wipe as Fnatic get them all down. ESA Blue struggling to find position on the map. ESA Blue, they're knocking on the door. They find 2. They take the lead once again. And camo in the hands of Pac Mandela. This is just a devastating blow for Fnatic. If you're that confident in your BRs, you can find opening picks, and well, that's how you get the fast team collapses. There's only 4 more kills for ESA Blue to win this game. But at the most important part of the game, it's Rammy who steps up with a triple kill. ESA Blue fall 4 down. A 1-kill deficit for Fnatic to overcome. Camouflage up for grabs. Everything looking to go the way of Fnatic as ESA Blue need to respond off their spawn.
And it seems like Fnatic starting to work together. The small talk is coming out by Ty with a beautiful kill. And now 1 is all that remains with Cave and the Heat Wave camo combo.
Oh, Jazero's the next target, but Cave has to let it go. He knows how important it is to use his camo to find an easy one. And he's at the back base, and there you go. Arctic's 1 shot, and it'll be the cleanup. Cave and ESA Blue survive game 2. This is looking devastating for the side of ESA Blue. They're going to be able to get B, but they have to fight out. And you can start to see the fights going in the favor of Fnatic in this game thus far. Double positive at 6-3 and really leading the way for his team. And now just 0 finds his way into the feed. Double kill for him. ESA Blue need to find a 3-4 down if they're going to get themselves in a better position through this game. But you can see how aggressive Fnatic's been in every fight, and they're just not letting ESA Blue get away with anything. And it's been a reason why the scoreline is the way it is. 147-8 and Septify. I mean, that just describes the entire game right there. Just a clean break and a team kill from Septify. Hey, you know, it happens. This is where they're taking advantage, and so far, I mean, there just hasn't really been many positives for ESA Blue to really take away, and it's all been because of how aggressive Fnatic has been in the opposite direction. As long as the kills go in your favor, just 0 able to get the trade, but he's going to give up thrust and his shotgun. But it's Arctic who plays patient, and it makes all the difference. Ty gets back smacked.
Hey, you just said it. You just said it best. Arctic being patient. I was just gonna bring up that point. The fact that his playstyle is starting to really shine on this game type. You know, being able to sit in those positions where he can get that initial pick. He's doing it so well, and like you said, able to open up the map for his squad. And 5 seconds is all Fnatic needs. They're looking to close this out right now.
2 down for both of these members, so this next battle is going to be oh so important. And we see Jazero and Rami trying to push up to the card side. Rami finding a one-shot Bone getting very creative, somehow able to stay alive. Meanwhile, Shock comes in. And now we're seeing some excellent movement come out of Oxygen Esports, and with that defense, it's going to convert to offense, try and find himself another kill. Oxygen Esports are in the base and in the face of Fnatic. But it looks like Triton going down to one shot has to try to stay alive or just slay everything in sight as he gets himself a double kill, putting Fnatic 3 down once again. Arctic yet to find a kill just yet, and he ain't gonna find it there because Triton is hunting him down. It's a clutch return coming out of Fnatic right there, and Oxygen Esports going down 4 members. This is the Fnatic that we want to see.
That's what I'm saying right here. Fnatic looks like they have a different level of confidence in these past couple slays, and they're starting to show that as they pull this flag into utility. This could potentially be their first cap.
Hopefully, still 2 caps in favor of Oxygen, so they still have a little bit of a hill to climb here. And now Fnatic coming in like a tank. Common finds a kill onto Rami, sneaks away that touch. Big play coming out of the boys in green as Common's able to advance that flag over toward the fridge. They're looking to ice out Fnatic. 3/4 of the members go down. Jazero by himself, and this should be another cap going in favor of Oxygen Esports.
That was an incredible play by Common right there. He realized the spawns were coming on the fridge, so he pushed back. He got the flag pull even with no shields, was able to put it in the fridge side, so he had some walls to cover him, and they convert that flag. It's 3-1.
I thought that was gonna be a cap for Fnatic. I'm actually really surprised here. And in fact, Fnatic ended up going 3 down. And Jazero, though, answering right back with a huge double kill. Getting max value out of that camouflage. Multiple members of Oxygen are gonna continue to push up. He needs to continue to find the slays as Bohm ends up going down. Jazero doing it all by himself. And now that flag ends up off of the base. Jazero absolutely running house. He ain't paying no rent. Finally, they send this man an invoice. Trying to double back and actually work for the return a bit early. Rami's still in position, but not for long. Doesn't have the shields to work with. All 4 members of Fnatic end up going down. And now Oxygen can now double back and grab this flag. Once again, they're being outclassed here. And the slays aren't that far apart as far as it overall, but in the late game, Oxygen are taking control. I thought maybe this can be it, but you gotta put up a better fight against Oxygen Esports. You cannot be looking like this. Lackluster is what they're looking like right now. A 4-1 start coming out of Oxygen, who are looking phenomenal. Common 3-0. Fnatic able to make a quick comeback here, only down by 1 kill, make it none. As Arctic tearing the face off of Common, and now looking to shock himself. There's a double push coming in, but Arctic finds the kill. I believe it might have been a teammate that came in. Triton does end up picking up 1, tries to put the shock rifle to work, but here come Fnatic with their first lead in the game.
It's all up to Jazero right here. He is literally the tape for this hold, and this is the very first time I've seen, honestly, on my screen, the hold from Fnatic being so strong. And right there, Rami with a double.
Shock getting right behind enemy lines. He could be the one to turn the tides here. The shots go intercept the fight immediately. Jazero tries to follow up, but it's not going to be enough. Oxygen Esports take down 2. The third one falls as well. And now Rami is stuck in no man's land. And now just a part of the multi-kill out of Triton. With that, Oxygen Esports had control in the early game. They're back within striking distance here in the mid. Fnatic are fighting for their tournament lives right now. They're trying to make it into the top 8. Meanwhile, Oxygen Esports trying to do the same here. They both were upset over toward the winner's bracket, and now they meet each other. And with that, Oxygen are starting to take control. Boom, once again, showing us why he was so dominant in that game number 1. Meanwhile, Triton is looking like a stud, 15-7, and they haven't even hit 40 just yet.
Rami trying to make a difference here with the help of Jazero. They get a trade, but trades are not what you want. You want those double kills. Jazero with a beautiful double.
And Jazero having a chance with the difference maker. You said it time and time again, the shock rifle can make plays, can change the tides, and you're put in the hand of your best slayer, and that's Septify.
I love that he tossed it over to Septify, but unfortunately, He's gonna go down here in the push. That's exactly why he did it. I mean, Septify is such an incredible player. He's gonna get the double, the triple as well. 43 to 43. Septify ties it up.
That's why they give this man the shock rifle. The kills are electric, and so are the plays. Tied up at 43 apiece. Septifies taking the game into his own hands. Another one comes in and trying to sit right down. That's a perfect. Now flying in, the people's elbow is gonna land another double kill with the killing spree out of Septify. Look at the score line.
This is where champions are made. It's up to Arctic in this situation. This is a must-win for Fnatic, or they will go out of the tournament here. They need to tie this series up 1-1. It's in Arctic's hands. This is his moment.
They're fighting for their lives at the moment. Their tournament lives. They do not want to go down here. There's a player ratting out over towards the, oh, it's Train. Train doesn't know. Oh, Train had no idea. Arctic able to catch him with his pants down and then puts the shock right into shock. Septify gonna come in to finish it out. Fnatic are sending us to a game 3. 3 down, quickly go Fnatic though, so Oxygen were able to break it out. The nades start to fly here, and Jazero slows things down, waiting for his teammates to come off a spawn, and now is looking to get a kill with the Stalker rifle. A potential 3-shot perfect kill as Arctic finds one onto Common. Triton ends up getting hit with the shotgun immediately. That's gonna leave Bone by himself over toward the PD side. He's about to get locked up here as Fnatic execute a break. Oxygen only able to put 10 on the board. And with that shock, lives to see another engagement, is putting down even more damage on the board. He's still alive. 3 down, go Fnatic, so can't say the same for them as Jazero was once the hunter, now the hunted with this shotgun. Now Oxygen Esports have the ability to push in and take advantage. Jazero chasing one away, shot going in, taking down Jazero. Him and Common working a little 1-2, and just like that, Fnatic never able to set their feet. And a triple kill out of Common, making those super rare plays. Rami ends up going down. Triton finds himself a pick. Arctic going in for the challenge onto Boom. Can't find the kill just yet, but he's persistent.
Persistent he is, and he cleans that one up. And even with Oxygen having all those slays in the past 2 phases of this map, unfortunately they weren't able to get any ball time on the board, and Fnatic gonna grab the ball and try to rotate it over to Spawns, and Arctic with a big 1v1 kill. Fnatic up 1-0 in this oddball game.
They were looking for Oxygen, but Fnatic emptied the tank in that one. Nades are flying in. Bowman's shot getting back-to-back kills, and once again, Fnatic are not finding these kills. Oxygen Esports are. They've earned this subway side setup. God, this setup is so freaking good. But Fnatic still getting the seaside spawns. Now can they fight out, or will they be trapped?
That's the question right there, right? Can they fight out? They got the best spawns in the game possible, and because of that, they get 3 down on Oxygen. Oxygen was not expecting that seaside spawn, and it punishes them. Fnatic making them pay.
And not able to hold on to the subway side for long because Arctic and Fnatic are breaking through. Common ends up going down, and so do Oxygen Esports' chances in this match. If they're not able to come off a spawn, look at the scoreboard. It's 70-18 in favor of Fnatic. 1 or 2 more pushes out of Oxygen Esports is all they can afford. Oxygen Esports had an opportunity to get into that setup, to lock down the map. They weren't able to get it off though. Fnatic, they're always sending multiple players at Oxygen, always keeping them staggered, and it's working. Septify finding himself a kill, finds himself a double kill. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Septify takes those.
Septify gets, again, another insane double kill to turn the tide. Oxygen had everything going for them. They had the power weapons, they had the positioning, they had the spawns, but it wasn't enough. Fnatic are gonna take game number 3, 2-0.
This is Fnatic going up against Forbidden Fruit.
Look at Karmea on this squad on the Forbidden Fruit side. I really like this pickup by them. I mean, Hysteria, Karmea, Envor, and Tony 2-turn. They've got something to prove here. Fnatic looking really strong coming out of that last series. A lot stronger than they looked at the beginning of the tournament.
With Tony and Rami going at each other, and Tony just barely getting the best of him there. Septify gonna fall as well, so Forbidden Fruit gaining control once again here in the mid game and able to get in towards the zone as well.
Pay attention to this camo here on Arctic. This is the kind of break that we need to see. He has a shock rifle. Unfortunately, he gets one and trades out. That's kind of an aggressive play by Arctic right there. He had a camo and again, one of the most powerful weapons on this map. and he died real early, and because of that, Forbidden Fruit are able to get that very first cap on the board.
For round number 2, it's the same story that we saw for Hill 1. A Fnatic made an incredible comeback. They were able to slay out and gain control, but Forbidden Fruit start off well and get such a lead. It's so tough for Fnatic to deal with it. They're about to go up 2-0 here in game 1.
This second hill is the hill that exposes chemistry issues, and as you can see, the chemistry issues are very apparent on this Fnatic roster, and because of that, Forbidden Fruit are gonna cap their second hill in this game. And it's up to this player, Rami, up top to maintain it longer, but unfortunately he goes down, and a trade on the second most important player in the game as well. Fnatic, the defense is broken once again with no time, but they get the hill anyway. Great job by Fnatic to scrap that first hill for their count.
Envoy the Slayer now gonna push in. The nades start to fly here as Forbidden Fruit look to break through the defenses, breaking Fnatic down. Hysteria finds himself another kill. And with that, Rami being left alone, not for long, you can join your friends on the black screen because that's a double kill out of Hysteria. This is where Forbidden Fruit are at their most dangerous. They have that discipline. They have the fundamentals. When they get into the defensive stance, they lock down every map. And with that, they're able to steal a 3-1 lead. One more cap for Forbidden Fruit, and Fnatic are in real trouble. Oh, trust me, Hysteria's definitely getting off right now. 17 kills, 18 kills, he's going off. 18 and 8 right now, showing why Forbidden Fruit went after this man. Hysteria on screen now, gonna deny access over toward the glass side. He's the most important player on the map. It's so hard for Fnatic to push across when Hysteria is watching like a hawk. And with that, just a sliver needed for Forbidden Fruit to take it. Fnatic end up going forward down, and that's it. That's what you want to see. Envoy going down to one shot, chasing it down. The bait and switch for Tony Two Turn, who's able to find himself a kill. 3 down. Go Fnatic is back to back kills. Fnatic had all the advantages within that engagement. I don't know what happened.
It's like an even game though here. 14-14. We've seen dominance out of Forbidden Fruit, but for some reason the trades are coming through. Fnatic starting to play like a little bit of a better roster. And we once again don't see that 4-man push. Finally we do. You see it there on the car side of the map, or the skewer side if you'd like to call it that instead. Timing was a bit off. His teammates from Forbidden Fruit weren't really able to get to the position in time. He goes down early, and because of that, Forbidden have the numbers, and Forbidden don't have the numbers, and Fnatic take full advantage.
And with that, you're seeing going from bad to worse. Septify, showing why he's the leading Slayer on this roster right now.
That's the thing. At this high level of Halo play, taking that much damage is enough. It put Fnatic on their back. It put Forbidden Fruit on their back foot, and because of that, Fnatic is able to take the lead. They're up by 4.
Forbidden Fruit started to clutch up for this overshow. They know what's on the line, and Arctic shuts him down. Shuts down 2 with the perfect. That's what you needed to see out of Fnatic. A turning point in the game, and maybe even the series as well. Fnatic have control. Forbidden Fruit are searching for answers. Something needs to change. You wanted to see them pull this off as a 2-0, because once Fnatic gain momentum, that's it. They tend to run over on you. Hysteria essentially putting the game in the hands of Tony Two Turn and that skewer. Because now he has to make a play with it. He has to put Fnatic multiple down, or at least get that initial pick. And Envoy looking up the temple. He's not waiting for the kill. He's making it happen. Envoy and Carmia gonna fly through. Rami finding the long range shot. Septify gets the back smack. And Forbidden Fruit got aggressive. But high risk, high reward, and I'm not sure that worked out in their favor. Chipping away at the lead is Forbidden Fruit as they bring her within 2 kills. Still having that skew with Zero, able to get the kill onto Carmia despite being one shot. Envoy and Tony Two Turn working the 2-man combo. He said this is the new duo, and I'm seeing why. They're staying alive, they're thriving. But Septify and Zero coming out. 2 more kills needed here by Fnatic. Carmia, the final player alive from Forbidden Fruit. They've identified the spawns. They're already collapsing. Septify having the sword in hand, but the repulse gonna counter it. Only 2 more kills needed by Fnatic, but Forbidden Fruit are fighting and clawing their way back into it. Fnatic needs to be careful here.
Yeah, we've seen games further than this come back. This is not over on a map like Catalyst whatsoever. See, they're occupying both sides of the map. Everyone grouped together, but it's this first initial pick that's gonna make a difference, and they get it. They get two on each squad, and there it is. They've got 2 caps on the board, and we're already in a 61-0 lead. Fnatic looking very strong, as we normally see they are on Strongholds.
Forbidden Fruit being put on a cycle right now as Fnatic continue to rotate on and continue to be one step ahead. 3 down go Fnatic, so we do see Forbidden Fruit able to stabilize a bit, but not able to find a capture. The AB setup is still being held by Fnatic despite not having the numbers. At least Forbidden Fruit were able to get away with that overshield, but they better make something happen with it. Once again, we're seeing Forbidden Fruit work on the Charlie side. Bravo attempted to be taken over here, but Karmea struggling as multiple members of Fnatic are flying. The repulse, and it's so much value in Jazero getting put 6 feet under. And so would the entire Fnatic roster. That was a critical point in the game, and Forbidden Fruit answered the call of duty. It was once, what, 100-0 lead in favor of Fnatic? What happened to the lead?
It just comes down to Envoy utilizing that overshield. He's got the past 2 overshields. They're able to whittle down the lead, and because of that, they get a triple cap on the board. Envoy's on a killing spree, and he's not stopping anytime soon.
The pressure comes in. Arctic not able to stay alive. Septify is going to join them. Those who push together die together, and Forbidden Fruit take over. An AC setup. Envoy currently 12-4, make it 13. Another one. Jazero and Rami go down courtesy of their former teammate in Envoy. A 152-129 run. Forbidden Fruit not only able to claw their way back into it, but able to take control here.
Now Jazero with it in hand, and potentially this stops the momentum that Forbidden Fruit were on, and this overshield can make an impact. But again, they've got a really massive lead. Like you said, they were down 100-0 at one point, and now it's completely flipped on its head.
Melee comes in. Jazero gets himself a beautiful double kill. Not able to connect with the no-scope, but more importantly, he's able to stay alive and keep that sniper rifle out of the hands of Forbidden Fruit. Fnatic showing us how they started off so well towards the start of the game. Another trip cap going in favor of the Fnatics. Jazero on screen, keeping clear over towards the mid, but the sniper is not going to be enough. Forbidden Fruit once again answering right back here, and with that a double cap. Working on yet another lead change. Forbidden Fruit are dominating as the overshield going to find the hands of Tony Two-Turn.
Yeah, and that's a turning point we've seen in this game multiple times. Every time we see the OS in one team's hands, they're able to capitalize on it and make sure they get the slays necessary. Right here, you see Tony, he gets 2. They're able to get A, B, they lose C, but the rotations are coming through.
Another assist on the board. Fnatic going to try to desperately fly toward the A side, but here comes Forbidden Fruit, already working them. 240 points in counting here. Fnatic want to make something happen. Tony Two-Turn able to find himself yet another kill, a killing spree. Envoy somehow alive here. Nothing working for Fnatic. Not even this B-side push, and that's gonna be it. Forbidden Fruit take back-to-back wins on Fnatic. Somebody get them a weapon skin.